I've waited a long time to do this. Honestly, probably too long. But if you're watching this right now, that means I finally stopped waiting and just decided to do it. This is the first episode in a long journey that I've planned on going on for years now. A vlog about life, real life, my story, my mistakes, my lessons. Not because I have all the answers, but because I hope you get some type of value, some entertainment, and I hope you learn from what I had to learn the hard way. But I appreciate y'all going along this journey, and I hope you enjoy it.
Give me a run for my money. There is nobody, no one that run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely, living lovely. Just
All right, so my name is Jordan Hyde. I graduated from Taft High School back in 2011. I ended up going to Texas State University for my undergrad. The main reason why I went to Texas State was because my cousin David was going to Texas State. And David is one of those people to where he'll be there for you if you need him, but he's gonna definitely kind of let you figure things out on your own before you kind of come to him with all these different questions. So that was kind of how freshman year went for me. I remember I lived on campus and I had 3 white roommates. So I went to every toga party you could think of. I went to so many different white fraternity parties, and it was an experience. It was something I definitely had to get used to. It's not the type of parties I was going to in high school, but it was fun, right? Long story short, it was a lot of soul searching freshman year. And I think that also leads to some of the organizations that I was a part of freshman year. Really the major one that I'm even gonna talk about is Black Men United. And it would just be different black men on campus, regardless of whether you're a freshman or a senior or anywhere in between. You would just hear so many different perspectives of different black men on campus, where they came from, how they think, what is their perspective on different topics that they would bring up in the class. And it was an eye-opening experience. I think that was my welcome to college moment, meeting all these different people from different backgrounds, just hearing about black excellence and seeing how black men have gone through different things to wind up where they are right now, the same place that I was at. That led to me meeting my future roommates for my sophomore year, which was Jonathan Clark, Jordan Thomas Bridgewater, and Tyler Stevenson. And Tyler, I actually knew him from back in San Antonio. He went to Warren High School, and we went to the same church growing up. So I knew Tyler for years. Moving on to sophomore year, we got an apartment off campus. We got kicked off campus because the campus was growing too big. But we lived in U Heights too. That was when I found out that Jay Bridge or Jordan had a camera, and I had a camera as well. I had a camera strictly for fun, right? Like my dad, he used to record my basketball and football games when I was growing up. And then my sister, she went to a communication arts high school in San Antonio, and I learned a lot of stuff from her as well. But Jordan had a camera, and he was majoring in photography. Like, he was dead serious about photography. Like, he knew so much stuff about photography that I couldn't even think of. But to me, it was like, yo, this is fate. I have a camera, you have a camera, your name's Jordan, my name's Jordan. We should make something of this. Me thinking from a business owner, entrepreneur mindset, right? There was a little hesitation on both ends, really, because I'm an introvert. Jay Bridge was an introvert. So it took a lot for us to take a step to get into it. But we finally just decided to try it out, right? And I was thinking what can our name be? So I was thinking Jordan's Photography and Videography Services. So we tried to make a name on Facebook and open a Facebook page to kind of get our name out there. And Facebook wouldn't let you put Photography and Videography Services as your last name, obviously. So we sat there trying to think of what the name should be for the company. I remember we were just in my room, just sitting in silence. I don't think it's letting us use photography as a last name.
Why not?
It says we require everyone to use their real name on Facebook.
Well, what you trying to use it?
I don't know. It gotta be a real name though.
Put moments, bro.
Moments.
Like Jordan moments.
Jordan moments. Jordan moments. Jordan moments. That's a bit. And then Jay Bridge just out of nowhere just said moments. He's like, Jordan moments. And from that point on, we just took it and ran with it, right? And that was September 7th, 2012. I remember we were like, how are we gonna get our foot in the door? How are we gonna get things started? So we just decided to do like a party. Like we went to a party, I think it was like a Coca-Cola event or something that they were throwing on campus. And we just started taking pictures and videos. It was cool, right? I think we had a decent turnout for that one. But I think the one that really kind of put us out on the map was a party that we went to called Red Light District. And it was thrown by the Hayes County Noops. I think the video that we put from that party, I don't know if people were expecting to relive the party outside of the party. And I think that's what kind of got a lot of people interested in what it is that we were doing. Like, who are these people that are going out and doing stuff? They knew us, but I don't think we were really like out there like that. But I think that's what kind of put us out as far as exposure is concerned at Texas State. And I would say from that point on, I think everybody was really trying to use us to film their different events that were happening on campus. And a lot of them ended up being like fraternities, sorority events for like MPHC, and it just took off. It got to a point to where people were saying like it didn't happen if Jordan Moments didn't record it.
It's a Jordan moment, and you know it ain't right if it ain't Jordan on it.
We made a pretty decent name for ourselves, and it started getting bigger than Texas State in general. So we started kind of traveling like to different campuses in Texas, and we just had a good time. To pinpoint on the success that we ended up having, go back to 2015, just 3 years in of us doing it, the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture out in Washington, D.C. actually reached out to us to take a piece of our video that we made for the AKAs at Texas State and put it in their museum. That was super eye-opening, but it was also like we were thinking it was a scam, honestly, because like the museum wasn't even built yet. And to this day, like you can still see our video artifact in the museum. So like we had a ton of success. If you go to our page now, like some of our videos have over 1 million views. One of the main ones over 2 million views. So it was a time, man. It was a real good time to be in photography and videography. I think we were kind of trailblazers in a sense for the campus as far as recording and putting a name out there. I think it hits home when I just reminisce on all the different moments that we've created and allowed people to press start and stop on different moments in time and kind of time travel in a sense to different videos and pictures and things that we put out there of different events that we've captured for people. I think what really pushes me to do this channel and kind of be vulnerable in a sense is the passing of Jay Bridge. That has affected me largely, and I think I would say going into this year 2025, I was like, hey, I want to give people flowers, right? I want to give people flowers for just who they are to me and what that means, what they've done for me and moving forward in life and things of that nature. And then I'm super emotional, as it already is now. I have 4 kids, just had a kid on the 20th of May, first boy. Then I have 3 girls, and I think they make me super emotional. And I'm married and all those things. It's really important for me to just kind of be vulnerable and tell my story and put my perspective out there on different things as far as just life in general. And I think that really hit home for me with Jay Bridge. Jay Bridge, he went home in August of 2024, and it's been a whirlwind ever since. Something I would say that I really wanted to focus on for this year is getting back into photography and videography and not letting Jay Bridge kind of pass in vain, just letting his name live on. And I think that was a big influence for me as far as starting this. And it's weird, right? Because I was always on the other side of the camera, but I wanted to tell the story of Jay Bridge, myself, tell life lessons that I'm learning weekly, so you could take a piece of me and be able to play this back at a later time. And I think one of the influencing factors for me as far as doing this is my kids, and allowing them to see me and hear from me these different videos that I plan to put out, to where they can go back and reminisce whenever my time comes, right? I appreciate y'all tuning in. I plan to put out a lot of content for y'all. So I think the lesson that I want to leave y'all today for the first episode is to just do it. Same way that Jay Bridge and I decided to just try it out, give this whole photography, videography thing a chance. Whatever you're trying to strive for, stop sitting on the sidelines and allowing other people to do it for you. Whether it's a podcast and you say like, hey, the podcast market is saturated, like everybody's doing it. I think it's too late for me to do it. Whatever you're looking to do or whatever you've been thinking about doing, do it. One thing I wanted to point out is that my hair is pretty bad today, right? Like I didn't even get a haircut before I hopped on here. So I wanted to prove a point as far as like getting on here and doing whatever it is that you're doing. Stop making excuses. There's never gonna be a right time. I thought I'd be able to do this years ago before I had kids, and then I just started having kids, and now I got a million kids, and now it's like if I don't do it now, I'll never do it, right? So I'm just getting in front of the camera and I'm pressing record, and I'm about to just start putting stuff out. But for me, there was a bunch of trailblazers as far as like YouTube is concerned, such as like Hot Damn I Rock.
You know who I am? I'm the nigga that you ain't good enough to be. You ain't nothing but a player 2 ass nigga Luigi. That's it. That's all you are. That's all you ever gonna be. When you die, that's how niggas gonna remember you. Player fucking 2. I carry this team. You'd be dead in 5 minutes without me.
Dormtainment. Even now, being an Eagles fan, I watched a lot of Lord Brunson, Joshua Davis on the Philly Special, Thomas Mott. They do phenomenal work. Simone with the Sports. So many people with the Eagles that I could sit here and talk about the Eagles all the time. It's like I wish I could do that, but it's like, what's stopping me, right? Not that I'm gonna be sitting here talking about the Eagles all day, but in general, do what you want to do and put a plan in place and execute it and put action behind your words. That's the lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's longer than I planned the rest of the videos to be, but I wanted to put my story out there and tell you why I wanted to get into this and kind of what to expect moving forward. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll see y'all then.
Give me a run for my money. There is nobody, no one that run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely, living lovely. Just lovely.
If this week's episode resonated with you, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, but more than anything, just walk with me. I'll be back every single week with new stories, new life lessons, and new truths. Because our life is short, but our stories live forever. Y'all have a good week.
Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. I got something. Hold up, we gon' function. No assumption.